Anybody? Alright, well, just how he said it, I was at school one day, and I was in Ben's class, and I was in world history, and I don't know, we were learning about Martin Luther King Jr. How many of you guys know that February was Black History Month? Yeah, alright. Well, I was in English, and I was like, I turned to my teacher, which I don't do much, and I asked a question, and I was like, so, are we going to learn about Black History Month? And of course, the only question I've ever asked that year, he's like, you know what, that's great, Matt. Now we're going to do a whole project on it just because of you. And I was like, oh, great. No one really liked me that day, but I was thinking, I was like, why can't we be like Martin Luther King Jr.? Do you guys know who he is? Martin Luther King Jr.? He's like the most like well-known guy in America. And I was just thinking, I was like, all right, God, like, why can't we do what he did? And how many of you guys believe in Jesus? Anybody? He believed in something so greatly that he went to the end of the earth for something. He believed that Black people should have equal rights as white people. And I agree. And I think that's awesome that he even died for what he believed in. You guys, I feel like as Christians, we don't really like take this as an opportunity of just changing people's lives. Like, we do, but we don't. You know, like, I was talking to my friend today in class, and I was like really excited, kind of bragging a little bit. I was like, yeah, I look good. I don't know, but I was like, do I look good, guys? Yeah! I got my hair cut and everything. I don't know, I was like excited. But I was talking, and he was like, you guys, and he was like, Christians are hypocrites. And I was like, wow. I was like, just bluntly to me, he was like, Christians are hypocrites. And this guy always tells me it, and I was like, all right, calm down. And he was like, he was cussing at me too, and I was like, all right, bro, calm down. And I was like, it's so true. Like, we come to church and we do all the things that we should, but we still go to parties and we still drink and we still other things I'm not going to pronounce, but we still do all these things. And I was just thinking, I was like, you guys, we have so much more that God has like given us. And it says even in the Bible, Ecclesiastes 6:10, everything has been decided. It was known long ago that what each person would be doing. So there's no arguing about your destiny. So there's no arguing about your destiny. So there's no arguing. You guys know what that means? Like, there's no like, God, I'm not doing this. And trust me, I know. Like, I've been down to the bottom of the earth. Like, I've done my own thing, and I've gone to my own path, and I did do what God wanted me to do for the longest time. Like, some of you guys know my testimony. I said my testimony to like 500 people last year. And I did what I wanted to do. I didn't do much things, but I still did whatever I wanted to do. And I've been on both paths, guys, and like I just don't like feel that we should be doing this anymore. Like, I've been so like worried about it. I love to write. Do you guys like to write? Like, anybody? Alright, anybody else? Alright. Well, I like to write in my journals, like in English. I just write in the back of my notebook and stuff. And I was writing this thing, and I was like, and I called Ryan, I was like, Ryan, dude, like, I got this great sermon that I want to preach. I didn't think I was going to do it on Wednesday. But I was just like thinking, I was like, this thing that I want to do is like so crazy. And we just have such a passion. You guys, how many people we got tonight? 200 people tonight or whatever? And we have all these people here, and we can't even be changing the world or our schools. Like, God gave us this passion, and like, God gave us this future that He told in the Bible that it's been set long ago, and we still can't be in it, guys. Like, I was just like, man, like, I want to be a Martin Luther King Jr. in my lifetime. I want to die for what I believe in. Like, I want that future, like, and people look back at me and be like, you guys, Matt Strain or Christian Patterson or Jesse or whatever, Joshua Dunlap, we all died for what we believed in, because, you guys, look at it. If we lost our iPhones today, how many of you guys would be sad if electronics was just gone? You guys would be sad?
Kids are saving their kids.
But if Christianity fell off the bottom of the earth, would you be sad? Honestly. You guys, but we wouldn't. Like, I feel like we wouldn't be sad. And God just is so, like, up in heaven just crying and just being so sad that we don't even, like, speak up for what we believe in at school. We still go to school and be hypocrites, and I believe in it. And I just had this passion. I was like, you guys, God gave us, like, just straight, like, future of... We got a future that God gave us, and we can't even, like, step into it. Like, I didn't step into it, and I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to not have a dad, or to contemplate like suicide. I've been all other places. I've been at the bottom of the earth, and And I know that if you guys all stepped into like the calling God had for you, it'd be so much greater than you guys think. Like we have all this passion for iPhones and iPads and Xbox 360s, but God isn't in that passion. We wouldn't die for God. We wouldn't die for Christianity. We wouldn't go out there and be like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, but I still say the F word every 5 seconds. Like, you guys don't do that. Like, we all just go out there and be hypocrites. And this is what Christianity is all like made for right now. We're all hypocrites. And I was just like praying to God. I was like, God, what can we do to like stop this passion? Because it's not something you could do just overnight. You can't just change this. And I was just thinking, we have this such big like passion for all these things. And I was just thinking, I was like, this verse is so true. Like we do have a past and we do have futures, but how many of you guys know that? How many of you guys got a calling in this house tonight? You guys got callings? Anybody? Raise your hands up high. Come on, you guys, God gave that to you. God gave you that calling to change the world. And look at, we're not even using it, guys. We're not changing our schools. We're still going to a classroom to go to provide, but we're still going to the classroom to pray. Why can't we just step out and be like, yeah, I'm a Christian. I'll still have fun with you, but I'm just going to keep it clean. You know, keep it clean, guys. Like, I don't know. I just feel like we just don't step in that passion we have, and that God gave us such a big destiny. And it says in the Bible that I will give you the destiny, and there's no arguing about it. I already gave it to you, and you can't cite it. I'm just saying, I'm like, oh God. Maybe it's time for me to slow down. But I'm just saying, guys, like, I just have this passion. I just want you guys to know, like, my heart behind it. Like, I've just been praying and just writing in my notebook that destiny and calling God gave us, like, it's not little. Like, we all have influence. Just because we're not Brett Patterson leading on the piano, that doesn't mean anything. Like, we still have our little... Well, that does... No, I'm sorry. That didn't mean you're right. No, but it does mean anything. It does mean something. But, like, I always look at it like, I'm like, God, I'm not like a worship pastor. I'm not a youth pastor or anything. Like, what can I do that's still great? But we all have friends, and we all have influence over someone. We all have influence over a little brother, a little sister, a dog, a cat. I don't know, we could bring someone to Jesus. Like, we got someone, and I'm just saying, like we all have a calling in our lives. It doesn't have to be as big as Ryan following 160-something youth kids every week. It could just be we go into school and shining our light. And God called us to be something different, and it's fun. Sometimes it's fun to just be different. Like, sometimes it's fun to just be nerdy and have a good time. Like, you don't always have to follow the crowd. Like, it might be good, but after a while, it's not. Like, I just want you guys to know my heart behind it. I'm just saying, like, you guys all have influence, whether you think it or not. Like, we all have a calling in our lives, whether God has given it to you today, or He has in the future. And I just want you to know that, like, I think I have influence on you guys, and you guys got influence on me, and just step into the call you guys have for each other, and we have all influence. I'm just saying, I want to end with this, like, people give you happiness, and God gives you joy. Alright, guys? Like, that doesn't make sense, but people do give you happiness, like, that satisfy that people will give you, it's not going to last, guys. Like, God will always be there. Like, I thought I had friends 2 years ago when I was skating, but I broke my leg. No one backed me up. No one had my back at any time at that time. No, I sat in my bed for 6 months in a wheelchair by myself. But you know who had my back? God. And He just kept on saying, Matt, there's a better future for you. Just stop skating and learn your ways. And I did. You guys, I'm up here speaking to you guys, and it's awesome. I'm nervous. I'm crazy. Oh my gosh. But you guys, I'm just saying, like, people give you happiness and God gives you joy. And I just want you guys to know that you guys all have influence and a calling. And it says it in the Bible, Ecclesiastes 6:10. Don't argue about it, because it's already there. And you guys just step into the light and be a darkness, because people need it there, guys. And people are looking for you guys to see what they're going to do. Like, if you guys did do one hypocritical thing a day, people would be like, what the heck? Like, maybe he's actually changing. Because I know people that are like, Matt, it's hard, but I respect you for it. And I know that if you guys did it, we'd be changing schools, because we got all 160 people here. How many of you guys are ready to shine your light? Anybody? I love you, and I just want to tell you guys you have a calling. We all have callings, and Ecclesiastes says it, and you guys can read the Bible about it. And I just want you to know you guys have influence, and I'm just like, I just want to change these schools and campuses. And I know we're not going to do it by being hypocrites And it's not going to change overnight or over like a week, but one day we are going to go down in history, like Martin Luther King Jr. And I'm ready, guys. Where's Matt? You run to the bathroom? Bro, I'm proud of you. You get emotional right now in front of everybody. I'm proud of you. I am, dude. See, here's the deal, guys. Look. There was a time in my life, a couple years ago, when Brett helped me start this whole thing U-turn, where I was convinced